In this video, I'm gonna be laying out 7 ways to break free and recreate yourself. Now, all of them focus around the most important factor to this, which is who you surround yourself with. All 7 points are extremely important, but the last one, as you may have guessed, is the most crucial to make all the prior 6 really work for you. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Aaron Van Kampen. I travel all around the world meeting and learning from multi-millionaires. Everything I learned from them, I try to apply to my life, and this is my first video like this, so if you do enjoy this, hit the thumbs up, but otherwise, let me know what you think of this video after you've watched some of it or whatever. The first one on the list is to get a new job, and I don't mean finding a job that pays you double or triple a salary. I'm talking about a job that you, first of all, like to do and you're passionate about doing it, but second of all, and very important, the people at the workplace. Who is your boss? Who are your coworkers? You're gonna be spending 40 to 60 hours a week with these people. You want them to be empowering you, motivating you, and pushing you to be the best person you can be. If you're in a toxic environment, toxicity flows there and you will feel toxic. It won't be fun. I've experienced it. I'm sure many of you have experienced it. Get out of there. Find a place that you fit in as a job. Definitely like the job, but if it means taking a pay cut, do it because every other aspect of your life will be drastically accelerated. How you feel, how you sleep, maybe the relationships you have in your life, everything will be a lot better. I went through this a lot when I transitioned into the hospitality industry. I started working at fine dining restaurants and I started to deal with clients that came in there that were of a social level higher than what I'm familiar with and who I used to hang out with. This happened circumstantially for me, but now that I recognize the difference that made in my life and my trajectory, I'm telling you, it's so worth it to get a job that puts you maybe a little bit out of your comfort zone, but start dealing with people that are of a greater value because you will soak that up no matter what. I don't care who you are. You will soak up your environment. Number 2 on the list is pick up a new hobby. There's so many hobbies out there, and there's definitely a lot of hobbies that cater more to people that live a certain lifestyle or have achieved a certain level of success. It could be a sport, it could be a game, it could be anything. Look into a hobby because if you make friends in that hobby, they might and very well likely could be better than the people that you are friends with organically just by proxy. Any friends that you have that are just by proxy and don't actually motivate you or have anything in common with you other than something that isn't good for you, like drinking or using drugs or just playing video games and doing nothing, you can keep those friends, but definitely start thinking about how you can make new friends. And that's, again, what this whole video is about. Hobbies that I like are, to be honest, I don't have any hobbies. I just work all the time. But the truth is that is a hobby. And we'll get to that and you'll see how important that is when I talk about the last step. Actually, I do play a bit of video games, but I don't let it control my life. So there's a lot of things that you could do hobby-wise that can immediately start taking way too much of your time. It could be scrolling on TikTok. It could be anything. There's so many things you could waste your time on, but picking the right hobby will get you new friends, and you can try to pick which hobbies have friends that you might want to get involved with and intertwined with. And that's number 2. Number 3 is quit bad habits, okay? This is huge. If you are using drugs or you are wasting time doing absolutely dick all, stop doing it, especially if you want to achieve success. I realized this years ago. I was drinking, smoking, using drugs, partying all the time. I had $0 in savings, literally like 4 years ago. This wasn't long ago. And it wasn't until the pandemic for me that everything got recreated because suddenly I wasn't able to hang around all those people. I couldn't hang out with them. All the bars were closed. All the things I was going and doing were closed. I was basically focused on just myself. That isolation that took me away from that group of people was what changed everything for me. I know there's no pandemic for you to like hide from right now, but bad habits, cut them out. Seriously, they have such a bad impact. I used to smoke a ton of weed when I was a kid, literally so much weed every day. And I did it all through high school. It took me 6 years to finish high school. And by the end of it, I started questioning if I was even capable of doing schoolwork. But little did I realize that it was just because I had been smoking weed through all the years prior, so I didn't understand the material that I was reading in the later years. And it hurt me a lot. It set me back, but nonetheless, it was all a result of poor habits, poor decisions, and a lot of those poor habits were provoked to me by my surroundings. Again, all about the surroundings. Quit the bad habits and the bad surroundings will be cut off. Number 4 is to be passionate. Whatever you're going to be doing, you must be passionate, like period. If you don't have the thrill, the exhilaration to improve yourself or improve your behavior towards what you're aiming to do, this could be your business, it could be anything. It could be tennis, it could be, go-karting, it doesn't matter. Just be passionate about it, find passion in it, and show your passion to the people you're surrounding yourself with while exercising these skills or whatever you're choosing to do. And that is extremely important, again, to the last point, number 7. Stick around, because passion is so important, man. Like, you have to be passionate, because people can read that shit. And if you're not passionate, see you later. You're not gonna be able to stick to these people that you wanna get around. Number 5 is almost like a last resort, which is relocate. Okay, so I'm not talking about move into a neighborhood that has crazy mansions like the videos I feature. Don't do that. I'm talking about relocate to get away from the people that you're currently around, maybe dragging you down. For me, this happened when I moved from Scarborough on the east end of Toronto to more about North York area. I was around 18 and I was just about finished high school, and it was when I really started to see that the people I used to be around, I didn't want to be like. And it had to be that distance that really pushed me to identify that. And I'm not saying those people were horrible for me, but I realized once I had a bit of space from them that they weren't worth traveling across the city to go hang out with again. And that distance made huge differences, especially for me because I'm very social. So I like to be social all the time. And if it wasn't worth me traveling across the city for them, then that meant I had to make new friends, which then led me to a new job, which then led me to so many other opportunities. I'm just in the middle of editing this video right now, and I just clicked with me that I have a video that I visit every single house that I've ever lived in. If you want to learn more about me, I'll link that video above. There's 15 places that I lived in my life. Most of them were before I was even like 20 years old. So I moved around a lot, but you can learn more. Check it out. I have a friend, not gonna name him. We grew up together. We were very close for a long time and we still communicate. He grew up in Scarborough like me, and he got addicted to drugs. He was selling drugs. He was selling even guns in high school. Like, he was totally mixed up into the wrong stuff. And we would hang out on a regular basis. And my life went one way and his life went another. And he's kept in contact with me, and just in the past year, he's been like down so bad. And my advice to him was relocate, which is why I say it's like the last resort. If you're involved in a gang, or you can't get away from drugs, or you can't get away from drinking, or whatever it is, that's on an extreme level. But if you need to really push yourself, relocate. This guy I'm talking about, he moved all the way to Alberta and started working in the oil industry, in the oil sands, drilling oil, which isn't the best job in the world. Granted, it does pay well, but it just got him away from that world and that life. And he's making new friends there. He's living a better life there. So that's why number 5, or is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is yes. That's why number 5 is relocate. Number 6, when you're trying to make new friends with people that you admire or want to be like, make an effort to stay connected. Remember their birthdays, remember special occasions, message them, stay connected with them. With social media, it's easy. You can like their videos or pictures or whatever, just engage. People will see that. People will enjoy that. People like to be asked questions. So ask these people questions. Ask them about themselves. Let them talk about who they are and where they've come from, and they will like you a lot. It's just basic human instinct. If someone asks you questions about you and you and you, they're gonna like you. So I don't know if that made sense, but nonetheless, keep in contact with these people, okay? It's super important. When you meet somebody that you like, you admire, you wanna stick around, be close to, keep in contact with them. even possibly try to make them your mentor, which sounds super cheesy. Like the first time someone said to me, oh, this is my mentor, I'm like, what do you mean mentor? But it doesn't have to be a title, okay? It can just be someone that you look up to. Whether they know that you're their mentor or whatever, vice versa, doesn't matter. Just keep in contact with them, stay connected with them. Number 7 is the last one, and I promised it is the most important, and it is, which is why I had to look down at it. I swear it's important. Okay, this one is why and how you'll be able to be friends with successful people. Okay, so the first thought is, and it's, okay, let me circle back. When I first started making my millionaire videos, I started to connect with the millionaires I was doing videos with, and I am not a millionaire, okay? Like I do decently, I really wanna be doing better, and I'm driving to do better, but I was starting to connect with them, and I was starting to make friends with them, and I didn't understand at first. I was like, why does someone that's worth $100 million or making $100 million a year want to be friends with me? You know, it was odd at first for me, but it started to click, and I realized that we have a similarity, and it is the drive and willingness and passion for something greater. It glows on you. I kid you not. When you find this power in your back pocket or in your chest, whatever, wherever it is, you will glow, and other people will see that glow, and they will invite you into their circles as one of them, regardless of if you make $1 billion or not, okay? I promise you, I've met so many millionaires and become like this with them. And we are not financially the same, okay? They're on a whole other level. But because I have that glow and I have the drive and I have the passion and I meet with them and they see that, that is what keeps that connection, okay? And you can find that connection in yourself. You will connect with these people and they will elevate you to levels that you would never have anticipated. Trust me, okay? 4 years ago, I have a video with my home tour. Such an awesome place, seriously. Lived here for about 5 years. Check it out. No, up. Yeah, that's it. Let's go check it out. Okay, like I never used to have anything like this in my life where there's Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff. And because I glowed, they brought me in and they started helping me and teaching me. And now I have people in my corner, right? So if you want to excel your life and become the best version of yourself, the most important thing is who you surround yourself with. Hope that this video was helpful for whomever is watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, and honestly, like really let me know what you thought of this, because I'd like to do more, and this is my first one. So anyhow, my name is Aaron Van Kampen, and see you next one maybe. Oh, one last thing. I'm thinking about starting a Discord. I was meaning to mention it, but I forgot. Obviously, I'm talking about surrounding yourself with successful people, and anyone that's watched this far into the video is serious about surrounding themselves with people like this. And that means that all of you potentially have that glow that I was talking about. And I think a Discord would be a really cool thing. Just let me know what you think. If I do another video, which I probably will, I'll end up telling you guys what that Discord is, but I just want to hear some feedback. Thank you so much.